Yes, Danny and this bitch. It's my platform. Baby, come stream on Twitch, I like 'em crazy. Yeah, Danny fucking rich, girls don't be lazy. Put some energy in that clip, go buy a hot tub, strip down, shawty lose the fit. And Danny's 60, but still want some off that drip. Don't worry about safety, Twitch con, young, wild and free. These baddies chase me, but don't bring security. Greedy, cause it's a 50-50 split. And I don't care that you get a 95 on kick. Don't be so needy. Yeah, this is a Gucci coming hit. If you're not happy, you can always leave it quick. Cause we got baddies, that's the most important bit. Come round and blow off. Yeah, right here it's live on Twitch. It's a soft core side. We got the girlies getting lit. Take all your clothes off. Get down and flash your tits. It's not the same type shit, my life a movie. TwitchCon was off the grid, I'ma watch some streams now. Chill out, cool off a bit, see you in the next one. Gucci marks, generated the shit. Why like I'm fun? Yes, Danny and his bitch. It's my platform, baby, come stream on Twitch. I like him crazy. Yeah, Danny fucking rich, girls don't be lazy. Put some energy in that clip. Go buy a hot tub, strip down, shawty lose the fit. And Danny's 60, but still want some off that drip. Don't worry about safety, TwitchCon, young, wild and free. These baddies chase me, but don't bring security. Twitch greedy, cause it's a 50-50 split. And I don't care that you get a 95 on kick. Don't be so needy. Yeah, this is a Gucci coming hit. If you're not happy, you can always leave it quick. Cause we got baddies, that's the most important bit. Come round and blow off. Yeah, right here it's live on Twitch. It's a soft core side. We got the girlies getting lit. Take all your clothes off. Get down and flash your tits.
Right. As y'all can tell, I'm a wee bit mad at Twitch. I don't know why. I don't know if I should even fucking continue reading this stupid ass doc, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I'm still like, I said I'm gonna read it from top to bottom on stream. Well, this isn't worth it anymore. Like, nah. It's mostly because a lot of the other streamers have done it, already read it, even though they read it completely fucking stupidly. But, and when I say stupidly, I mean literally in the most biased forms possible. But yeah, currently I'm more mad at fucking Twitch right now than on Sinder, so this is gonna be fun. Yeah, how is everyone? I have been away for a week because I had a shit ton of stuff to fucking do. It's really sad. Yeah, welcome to my life, by the way. It's very chaotic, to be honest. But yeah, for those who don't know, watching this a little VOD, I wrote a sentence today. And I don't mean pardon me, a verdict. Yeah. A dismissal verdict, because the plaintiff decided he and his lawyer should not fucking come without any excuse. They were dutifully called, informed, and they didn't show up. And in these situations, by law here in Serbia, they would have that is taken as they are retracting their lawsuit. And all it takes is for the defendant's attorney to just say that, and the judge must give a verdict. And I'm the fucker who wrote it. Now it needs to be like approved by the judge, because guess what? Everything I write is still being like fact checked. It's a small 2-page sentence. It's nothing much. It's like I said, it's a private criminal lawsuit that's not done by a prosecutor. Whoa, shit. I'm stupid. Okay, so I made a little oopsie. It's not by March. The 1st of March. She asked to get 100% by March. Wow. God fucking damn. Damn. I feel bad now for actually fucking up that. Alright. I can at least redo it on Blue Sky, ironically. Because thankfully, Blue Sky doesn't have a fucking algorithm. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna delete it. Yeah, I'm redoing it all. There we go. Redone. Alright. This is gonna be a long one. I can't wait for Blue Sky to do nothing. I can't wait. Anyhow. So, where we left off was the new managers bullshit, I think. Like, it's been a week since I fucking read this doc, so I can't be too sure where I left off. So y'all be sure to remind me if you're here. If not, no worries. Because at the end of the day, I'm basically gonna, after every day, just finish to speed run this fucking bullshit. Unless I am too tired after work, I won't stream. I also had to fucking re-download all of my shit. Alright, so let's see. So this is speculation on Sinder's part. The first thing that needs to be addressed is Nano's new manager, whose messages... Wait, am I muted? No, I'm not. Excellent. Now, his messages were shown at the end of the Nano section. Who is Akira? How did they get involved? It's very hard to believe they were ever actually Nano's manager. So they are so how are they connected? How did they get in contact with Red? Akira is the game director of Carnal Hearts and founder of the game studio Ephemera Games in Argentina. Akira follows Nanoless, but nowhere on their page says anything about Nanoless. Nano does not follow Akira, and nowhere on her page, website, anything anything to say about being her manager or business contact either. They were never they never interacted on Twitter ever. Mia, Nano's husband, who's always been her manager, is present on Nano's profile. However, Momo follows Akira, as the screenshot above shows. Momo is the lead artist for Akira's upcoming game Carnal Hearts and is also from Argentina. Momo is close friends with Nano, who she saw in real life 5th of February 25, 5 days after I posted my Oh, pardon me. 2nd of May. I forgot Americans do the opposite. They go month then day instead of day and month year. I posted my apology April 27th, and a week after Nana posted her document. I don't know if Nano knew Akira already, but Momo is the only connection I can find between them. In the past, Nano talked about her friends about things Red had said to her. In November 23, it was Nano's friends who told her that it was unfair for Nano to only work with us. This is something Nano was confused about and not something Red said to her. Confused about. Alright. In January 25, Nano went to her friends for advice about exclusivity when talking their business with Red. In a conversation, I can't even read. Shit, my brain is fried. In the conversation from 11/28/24 that wasn't shown in Nano's section, Nano was shown to be leaking private artwork she was working on for my upcoming debut to her friend. After speaking to Shylily about Red, could Nano have also gone to her friend Momo, who connected with her with Akira to play the role of the new manager to Red? Akira was someone... This is speculation, but this is hardcore speculation. Like, you need to have like a little bit of proof Momo was involved in this. Because it could be anyone. And now we know Red's conversation with him wasn't genuine, evident by what happened later, but also the fact Nano removed evidence of her ever being in the chat to begin with. She then made Red the group leader before leaving. To leave a Discord group you own, you need to manually choose someone to be the leader. She did not choose her manager, Akira, in this chat, supposedly her commissions. She chose Red to make it look like it was his group all along. And that she was never a part of it, because of their actual goal was to separate us from Nano altogether. So why was this done? Why do I think Nano spoke to Shylily? Nano avoided ever communicating directly with either Red or I again after April 12, 25, and I don't believe she would have gone through this effort with Akira on her own. Everything started when Shylily told Nano that the things Red said about her were all lies and manipulation. Wouldn't it be like at some point Shylily would suggest or direct Nano to separate herself from Red and I to avoid her being lied to and manipulated? Nano then needed to find someone neither Red nor I knew to separate us, since she couldn't do it herself, the same way she couldn't contact Bao herself and Shylily had to do it for her. I mean, that sounds a little bit right, however... And this is what I remember still. I vividly remember, thankfully, because even though I'm now starting to write fucking verdicts, sentences, I still fucking remember what my theory was. I think Nano was seeing how you were acting towards Lily a little bit, because you were seeing her as competition. Who do you also see as competition? Silverway. Who both of you were fucking having a US versus Soviet Union level of Cold War spy ganking. And you were a little bit manipulating Nano. I'm gonna be straight up fucking with you. Like Red himself said, he was nudging her, and in manipulation, whether it takes a long ass time or a day or two, doesn't fucking matter. You still manipulated something to happen. Whether it would have happened by itself or not doesn't matter anymore in this hypothetical little situation. What happened is Red influenced it. Sinder with Red was influencing to happen to Silverway. Yada yada yada. It's just plain old fucking sad, really. But I hate the fact that they're... Oh wait, I forgot something. That was my dad. My BP. My bullet points. Of course. Every sane lawyer should have fucking bullet points. Hold up. Nano's message screenshots. Time zones in context. Okay. Time zones are a little bit fucking shit. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I know for a fact Cinder's time zones and Nano's time zones are way different. They're about 2 hours apart. Yeah. And here's the funny thing. It doesn't matter a little bit with time zones who saw earlier or not. Time zones, like I said, are way too iffy to be used as proof, Sinder. I don't think anybody should use time zones unless it's completely relevant. And I genuinely do not think it's relevant in this situation. But maybe I'll be persuaded otherwise, who knows. Before going over Nano's document, we discovered that some of Nano's screenshots are dated to different time zones relative to EST. Some are 1 hour ahead, some are 2 hours ahead. For her screenshots to show this, Nano's account would have to be physically logged into 2 different time zones when taking them between 4 and 12. April fucking 12th to April 26th. Now, I would have had no reason to these screenshots from this conversation should taken apart. Oh yeah, I remember with this, a lot of people were saying Lily, but Lily lives in Germany. The time zone between Cinder and Nano and her are like 7 fucking hours apart. And Brazil and where Cinder is Eastern, it's like 2 hours still apart. So, like I said, time zones don't kind of matter. And must have had at least some taken during the same time as her conversation with Shylily, just days later to show her. This is the first screenshot shown in Nano's document about her exclusivity deal. The first message is timestamped at 8:29 p.m. This is Nano's message in Red's DM shown as 6 Eastern Standard. Yeah, because there's 2 hour difference apart between Red and her. And this is also a screenshot about Shylily as Nano's document. It clearly shows 10:16. Here's the red message showing 9. And Nano screenshots 1 hour. If Nano was the one who took her own screenshots herself, the same time in a 2-week span from blah blah blah, the discrepancy should not exist. The issue is somebody would have to fucking have access to her doc. Oh, not doc, to her profile. That lives in an 1 hour discrepancy between you. And that is pure speculation. Like, Nano wasn't working alone with this. Like I said, a lot of people would have are saying it's Lily, but how the fuck is there a 1 hour difference? Lily, like I said, lives in Germany. I know for a fact because Germany is the same fucking time zone I am, ironically. And between EST and my time zone, which is Central European time, CET, there's 7 hours. So it doesn't make sense why you're now doing this. We're bordering into we're bordering into schizo lines, but I mean, still, who knows? Like, maybe Nana was traveling as well at that time. Maybe, who knows? Brazil is a fucking big ass fucking country. I won't be surprised if there are 2 fucking time zone differences in the same fucking country, like America has, or something like that. I'm spitballing here. Maybe there was somebody who was taking the screenshots, but that means that Nano gave somebody access to her Discord profile. And I don't know the Discord profile. If you're from another part of the world, you would show they would show a time difference. I don't know, maybe they did. I genuinely cannot even guess. I never done that. Here's the list of dates and topics about the screenshots that appear in Nano's document of time differences. I've also listed which conversation was shown in full, which were missing context. Spite. 1 hour ahead Spite. 1 hour ahead Silvervale. Does not show the full conversation or anything that was said about Spite. Wait, hold up, let me just see. Okay, I was just checking the time. Silvervale does not show the full or anything of the previous conversation about Silvervale from from May 10th, 23. 2 hours ahead, exclusivity just business. Exclusivity just business again. This again. Nano's DMs. 1 hour ahead, Bow. 2 hours ahead, the exclusivity deal. 2 hours ahead, canceling the exclusivity deal. 1 hour ahead, Shylily does show the full relevant parts of the conversation. Nano shows nothing incriminating. Nano said nothing incriminating, and everything Red said was claimed as false when it wasn't. The full context of what happened in Red's and Nano's DMs would have shown Nano's guilt and Red's Red's innocence. This is the best joke I have ever seen in this fucking doc. Red's innocence. Red was not innocent. Just because the other person is also guilty doesn't mean the other one, the first one isn't. The first one is clean. Come on. Like, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with these fucking VTubers? All of them have the fucking mental maturity of a toddler. No, pardon me. No, a primary schooler. Breaking down Nano's document. I'm gonna be suffering, aren't I? Alright. Nano's story in her document was the basis of for any information for anyone else involved being made public, with her DMs being the source of any claims made. How else could have anyone made publicly and used Nano's messages with my manager as evidence unless she was the victim herself? Nano lied to my friends and lied to the public, saying that was present in her document what was truly what happened. Well, that's fucking true. Finally, saying something truthful, Sinder. Now, I fucking read that doc before. Blah, blah. I want to talk and share my experience with Sinder and Red manipulating. Nana wasn't manipulated to do anything she didn't want to do at any point of their conversation with Red and I. Wrong. Wrong. She did not want to fucking ditch Silvervale. She at the end did not, even though she took a bribe for it. But you were heavily trying to get that to that point. Red was very much just jumping at the chance to get Bao and Cotton cancelled, their Bao's and Cotton's stupid commissions cancelled. And when he saw Nano teetering, he was very much implying and trying to hold up. Sorry, my mom got a new phone and now they're testing fucking ringtones. What the actual shit? Boomers. Fucking boomers. Treating Nano well over the years we've worked with her is not manipulation. No, but you trying to get her, you trying to very much persuade her to cancel and gank some people's commissions you clearly have beef with. And you partially fucking created that beef with Silvervale. Like, she's not innocent in creating the drama, the Cold War secret FBI KGB level of ganking between the two. Like she fucking had, how do I say this, started that shit in a way of appearing to be leeching off Silvervale. Oh, like, and the fact she just wanted to do everything collab, online, live, streaming, you know, doesn't help with the mental image in someone's head who never met you and already had a bad fucking experience with you a little bit. Red gossiping with his friend about drama and his feelings about people asking for anything in return is not anything with return. You bribed, you were complicit of bribing Nana to cancel Silvervale. And later, and Red is bribed for, in addition to Silvervale, fucking Bao and Cotton. To be fair, in Cinder's case, she did not know about the two. She only knew about Silvervale, which she condoned, by the way. She condoned bribing. Like, I love the fact that a lot of people who are on Cinder's side as well, are really don't know what the fucking exclusivity deal is. It's when you're canning everyone. Nobody, and not even your friends, can get to hire this person. Because in this situation, they're fucking employing full-time Nano. Alright? You don't share your worker to other companies, you know? And even though if your company is owned by your friend, Sinder clearly has shown that she wanted to allow Bao to commission Nano. So it's a clique deal, not an exclusivity deal. Highly unethical. If we're gonna be using actual like professional standards about an exclusivity deal, it's unprofessional. Borderline unethical. Personally, it's unethical on my side. You don't pick and choose who you with an exclusivity deal. You're basically pimping out someone. Like, literally, you're pimping. Like, come on. It's so fucking stupid. Like, a lot of people just don't fucking realize that. Like, come on. Cinder's not being paranoid. She's a fucking, how do I say it? It's a calculating little ass. I would be very, very, very on guard with everyone involved. Cinder, Silvervale, Lily especially, Nano, Bao even. Like, I would be heavily on guard with all these people involved. Red expressing his opinion without asking her to make any changes in her work is not manipulation. Oh, fuck off. No, don't try to fucking spin the subject. Both of us sympathizing with her point of view on different occasions is not manipulation. Red reassuring Nana about her wanting to cancel models no matter whose it was not manipulation. It's not whose it was specifically people who he doesn't like. I love the fact that they're spinning the narrative here. Fucking hell. Alright, let me just see. Yeah. So on page 15. Yeah. On page 15. of the breakdown part of the Sinder doc. Sinder is fully trying to downplay the attempts at manipulation and the cancellation of models towards people she and Red didn't like. This is not a good showing of some saying who say they are trying to be better after 5 months. Red telling Nano about what he had against Bao after she asked him to explain it is not manipulation. He brought that fucking topic though. Red and Nano negotiating a mutually agreed upon deal is not manipulation. With a bribe. Nano was never used, that is true. And dragging me into drama, that is true. She wasn't dragging me into drama. Nano very much loved to gossip. The only person Nano got tired of hearing about and wanted to know really was Silverveil because of her own relationship with her. While sabotaging, slandering, spreading lies of people I thought were her closest friends, the only person Red had in sabotaging was Bao. And Cottontail! Fuck off. When Nano offered to him that she'd cancel Bao's model in exchange for paying for her own model rigging. Yeah, a bribe. That's what we call a bribe. He didn't go into the conversation with Nano looking to have anything canceled. No, but when he saw the chance, he fucking he very much went in to cement the deal. Like I said, it's literally the situation where somebody's thinking of assaulting someone because he insulted his mother, and his friends saying, "Oh, you should actually beat the ever-living crap out of him, you know? He disrespected you, you know?" Just because they thought about doing something doesn't mean if you edge them along, doesn't mean you didn't influence them. It's just not how it's not how life goes. That's not how life goes, Sinder. And everyone involved here, like, God fucking hell. It's like, seriously, it's like I'm the only person living in the real world at this point who covered or is covering this shit. He wanted to prevent Bao from working with her because of his own opinions as part of an exclusivity deal. No, as about an exclusion deal. That's not an exclusivity deal. That's a clique/exclusion. A lot of people are confusing or conflating exclusivity with exclusion. He told Nano never mind when finding out about her model. Yeah, after he saw that she was gonna do it anyway. Before Nano said it was okay, inquired further before she offered to cancel it. Red didn't lie about anyone he talked to Nano about. Not Spike, Silver, Bao, or Lily. Even if some things he said could have been wrong, everything he said to her was based on his own opinions, experiences, observations, and what he genuinely believed to be true. Which some of the stuff you fed to him, but fair enough. The way you talk to a friend, and that's also a problem. Nano was basically your employee. You don't talk to your employees like they're your friends. The same way my friends said how they thought Red and I worked together at home, and about what they were led to believe happened. He did not maliciously lie about anyone to sabotage them. No, he just fucking went to sabotage them. Like, come on. Come on. You've seen what Nana had to do over the years in the section of her document. I wasn't sure if what I felt experience working was real or just burnout. This is the only time burnout is mentioned in Nano's document, even though there was an entire reason of her manager Akira told that she wanted to stop working together about a week earlier. If Nano genuinely felt this way, then she showed no signs of it to either of us, including her last message, because you were very much parasocial to her. Like, seriously. The last, okay, yeah, and now canceling on my freedom. And then she admits that she has a burnout feeling a year before her before the doc she has shown and stuff like that. I think this proves that that I was lied to and manipulated over the course of the years while working with Sinder. This is an interesting thing to say after showing the full context of Nano's DMs we've read, as you'll see how many lies are present in this document to manipulate the narrative to the public, and the fact that my friends were lied to and manipulated to support her. This was in the... Oh yeah, this is about... I think this is Bao's document of Sinder or Nano's. I can't remember at this point. Over the years, and I'm sure they will speak to HR for no reason to believe Red was acting without Cinder's consent. This was assumption made to pin all the blame on Red's words and actions to me, and there was no way a Nano or else could have definitely say in every single instance that this was the case. It is not true. The only evidence shown to argue this case were 3 total screenshots of my DMs with Nano that were from 2 conversations almost 2 years apart from each other, where I was told more or less what happened between her and Red beforehand. Nano's entire... yeah, which you fucking approved, by the way. Yes, Red lied by obfuscating some of the stuff he talked about Nano, but the ones he told you about, which were true, you said yes to, and you agreed to them, and you condoned them. So you're not out of this, fucking Cinder. As you all can tell from the new people who are coming here, I'm gonna give everyone their equal shit. I'm tired of these fucking mean girls. Like, Cinder's a mean girl. Silver's a mean girl. Lily is a mean girl. Everyone's a bitch here. Like, everyone is a fucking high school bitch. What else can I say? A lot of you fucking need to get move in your parents just so that you can live like the high school kids you are. And I dear hope to God they fucking finally give you the discipline they should have given you when you were younger. Red should have been an actual character in the drama series Gossip Girl. Y'all fucking... Hi, Visco, by the way. Like, has anyone fucking watched Gossip Girl? Knows about it? Red is literally one of the protagonists in there. He can be a protagonist in there. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I really like the fact that Cinder in the beginning says she's taking accountability, but here she's not explicitly taking she's not taking accountability. She's obfuscating her involvement in some of the stuff. Because, oh, well, the other person lied as well. You know? So technically I didn't do anything that bad. Like, come on. Come on, like, seriously. Like, that's not taking accountability. There's an official Gossip Girl. Yeah, Nano and Red, absolutely. They will be the season 1 antagonists or bad guys or the heels of the Gossip Girl TV show. I'm genuinely being serious here. I should fucking rewatch Gossip Girl. I actually like that show. It's so fucking... When I watched it as a teenager, I watched it with a couple of my friends from high school. And no, none of them are queer. Half of... actually... No, I was the second guy who watched with them. Both of us were trying to get laid. However, it's actually a pretty damn good show, I'm not gonna lie. I liked it. I genuinely liked it. It's just fucking rich people creating shit towards each other, which is coincidentally this. Like, this whole shenanigans is just rich mean girls fighting. I should be fucking covering the fact that that Twitch streamer, who I won't mention because I don't want to give her clout, is officially unbanned after 48 hours, or less than 24 hours, I think, of being banned on Twitch for sexually assaulting a dude live on stream. Like, that I should be covering and lambasting them as somebody who is a victim of SA myself. But yeah, like I started this, might as well finish this series while trying to raise funds for my friend. She's currently hospitalized. I'm sad. She has to get 30% by November 1st, and I'm dreading the fact that it's probably not gonna happen, even though she's at 11%. Oh. And she needs to get 100% by March. Fucking cancer, man. I hate it. Twitch and not giving a shit about SA going hand in hand. Yeah, very much. There's a reason why I'm, at least for commentary streams, I'm not streaming on Twitch. And yeah, I don't want to think about my friend's health because it's stressing me out, and to the point where I would actually go. I would stop stream just because I want to cry a little bit, but I have to power through. Nano's entire document was purposely refers to both Red and I as one thought to push this assumption necessary to the narrative of fact. English is okay. Yeah, this is where this is Nano. Pardon me. This is Nano's doc. Yeah, this is basically her saying she's English second language. An excuse to why this doc is not written like Nano would, and evidence that she did not write or put it together herself. Below you'll see what's that's what presented first in Nano's document is what happened regarding Bao. Not by talking about herself or the alleged abuse she experienced or what happened first chronologically. Nano is on record saying she does not care about Bao. Why is nobody mentioning Cotton? Why aren't you mentioning Cotton? Is it weird that I'm noticing that I'm probably the one who's noticing that she's talking here about Bao, but Cotton as well? She's not talking about Cotton, even though Cotton got screwed over basically the same time as Bao. Why aren't you mentioning Cottontail? Sure, you said sorry, but why aren't you mentioning it here? You should mentioning it always. I don't care. It's your fucking shit. After breaking down this section about Bao, I need to point out the problem with the presentation of her model cancellation in Nano's document. Bao's model was cancelled once on August 24 because Nano was overwhelmed with her workload, and again 25 due to her agreeing to do it in the deal with Red. Why aren't you mentioning? I mean, you have shown it, thankfully, but why aren't you here mentioning that Red was bitching about Bao before this? In between these little stages. That's why Nano offered, by the way. Because she saw that Red wouldn't have mind, and ergo she thought Sinder wouldn't have mind. Because Red made it sure that Sinder and he were on the same page. Nano's document misleads you into believing all Red messages about Bao in her model are from one time, never specifying a difference between the presentation of the messages are over 5 months apart, but placing the EMs from January 25 right before August 24th. It's then deceitfully manipulates the messages to leave out the vital context. Yeah, and also the fact that they were fucking blurry as the Danube. I think Khan is more emotional. Yeah, no, yeah. No, yeah, completely. Then again, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a very low bar to be more emotionally mature than Bao. It's very much of a low bar. Then again, Bao's the same, is emotionally mature as many fucking VTubers. So like this, I'm gonna correct myself. It's a very low bar to be emotionally mature, more emotionally mature than many VTubers. Slandering other creators. Oh yeah, this. Spreading rumors while manipulating me, and that it's all in our best interest. Nowhere in the screenshots presents does Red say to Nano that all in best interest. Red has never said. No, he didn't, but he was implying. He was implying. Wait, no, actually, no. No! No, Red was constantly, and you were constantly trying to say, while in the same breath about Silvervale saying, oh well, you should take less commissions. Come on, it's in your best interest, like you say, we just want everything in the best for you. Fuck off. It's like being the tallest dwarf in the circus, exactly. They also complain and accuse of Bao giving their editor too much work, resulting in the editor not having time for new clients. Yeah, Red did not have this claim. Red was bitching about that was a crazy read. I mean, all of this beforehand is very crazy. Like, I really like the double standards. Oh, so how I hello Silja Uzagi. Like, Sinder at the beginning says she wants to take accountability, but she's also in here, how to say, is using Nano's bullshit to skew the amount of accountability towards herself to the point, to an amount she is willing to take the hit for. But it's not exactly as well how Sinder acts, or Red acts. Like, it's not. They are very much either, like, let's say at bare minimum, appearing to downplay or hand wave their own shit. Like, the things that are blatant, they are not gonna even try to fucking deny, which would be stupid of them. But at the same time, the ones that they are looking a little bit to have a leeway, they're downplaying. Like, a lot of people also will be telling me, oh, you're reading too much between the lines. Bitch, I'm a criminal lawyer. I work in criminal court under a criminal judge. I today wrote a fucking verdict instead of a judge. Alright? Like, a lot of the fucking shit is the between the lines, because guess what? Nobody fucking with manipulation and stuff like that. And in these times, and slander, let's say, even though slander is no longer a crime here in Serbia, ironically, it's just a tort now, a civic tort. It's the things that you imply or don't fully say is the thing that we lawyers have to fucking find, alright? And this is where a lot of the times people who are laymen need to shut the fuck up. Solya. Okay. Glad to make it alive. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, thank you. It's not gonna be free sites every sort. Yours, mine, and the truth. Yeah. And my job, literally in real life, is to find the third part, the truth. Using whatever evidence I'm presented or given or have on the matter. Like in these, like today's sentence that I wrote, it's mostly a dismissal verdict, because the plaintiff, criminal plaintiff, it was a private lawsuit. Yes, you can have either a public lawsuit done by a prosecutor or a private lawsuit done by you, the plaintiff. But sadly, if you don't appear and you were orderly summoned to court, it will be taken, at least here in Serbia, it will be taken as you pulling out of the lawsuit automatically. Like, automatically, it's like you're saying you give up. Makes sense. Why would the judge fucking wait for you to appear? You were orderly summoned. You were being irresponsible to not arrive to your summons. There's proof you were orderly summoned. You were fucking there. Beforehand, like, that's why I was given to write that fucking verdict or sentence. No, not sentence, a verdict. Because it's an easy one. I'm gonna see tomorrow if how I wrote it was good enough or not. Because the judge has to proofread whatever I write. But yeah, back to the point, like, it's a literally, when you're in a situation where this is a very much of a he said, she said thing, a lot of the actual stuff is the things that are shown but not being said. And the problem with this whole fucking Sinder drama was most of the people who are covering it are people who have a gross leaning bias. When I say gross, I mean big, not as disgusting, big. And a humongous bias either to Shylily or Sinder. Whether it's because they want to dick ride Shylily, or they're in Mythic, or they want to dick ride Nano, hopefully to get a model, or because either they, or for Sinder, either they're Sinder simps, like Shylily simps, or the opposing side pissed them off, now they're spiteful. Because there are people who do that. Like, it clouds the judgment. It's the toxic mentality. Like, a lot of the people who are covering this are toxic people themselves. And like, the water is muddied with the coverage. That's why I am trying to cover this from top to bottom. Because the most bias I have is Silvervale, and even now, I haven't watched her in months. I genuinely, at this point, don't give a shit. Like, I said it multiple times, but if it was like, Shondo, or Henya, or Tenma, the words I would be saying. But since it's nobody here, I genuinely could not give a shit. Like, I'm now fully desensitized to Silvervale as well. So by the time I get to the Silvervale doc and I reread the parts I already read beforehand, oh boy. Like, I have a lot of time now to digest the things I've read. And I'm kind of, how do I say this? I am fundamentally, let's say 90% sticking to what I wrote in the bullet points. And in my opinions in the VODs. Shrug. Anyhow. But yeah, Red did not claim about that claim about the other. He barely even said anything about the editor not having any clients. The editor wasn't seeking to take on more clients and was content editing for me and Bao only. That's kind of, I mean, a cameo in this document. Then Asmongold would not have shut up for a month. But sadly, this is not politically motivated, so Asmongold won't fucking at all do anything. So even if he was involved, he would have just shut the fuck up and ignored it. He's too busy fighting with Hassan. This is what he said, which was the screenshots below to show in the document. And I don't mean taking like he doesn't work for us, he does, but he's dedicated her now, and sometimes that gets in the way of our projects. And this couldn't have been confused with Bao's editor. I mean, Yeah, Cinder, but this just shows he's a fucking bitch. And this couldn't have been confused, but not only because he specified she was talking about our editor when it was written, but because Red's DM specify our editor and her editor are as different people in the same conversation. She hijacked our YouTube editor a while ago. Her editor met us at TwitchCon. Well, why does Red suck at communicating? This behavior is just rants, and so I assume he would be attracted to stench. There are not enough cockroaches. Like Asmongold, here's the thing. All of these people are high school mean girls and pussies, and Asmongold suffers from the case of no bitches, no pussy. So he wouldn't be attracted whatsoever. He deliberately avoids bitches. All of these people are bitches. So, because he wants to be bitchless. What, y'all? I'm probably surprising a lot of people. Like, a lot of people think I'm a right-winger. Like, first off, I'm Serbian. Your right wing and my right wing are the same. Just as my left wing and your left wing isn't the same. But still, like, I don't like Asmon. Like, I never knew about him before, like, I started streaming. I think the stench just drives the bitches away. I mean, it drives everybody away. No, actually, no. Asmongold has been taking showers regularly now. He's complaining about it. I think he wants to be on Hoarders. Yeah, he does. The trick is, like, he's actually taking showers regularly. Well, quotation marks regularly comparing to him, but still, showering sometimes comparing to never? That's an improvement. However, he's bitching about it. But then again, the guy has mental problems, so no. The screenshots below them showing their affections and appreciation immediately be following by spreading rumors and lies to make other clients appear problematic and manipulate any future decisions regarding commissions. Okay. They're now gonna be using this little... Yeah, I already spat read this, I knew it. They were gonna use Nano. She wants to work rather with Sinder of Bao. Here's the thing. Both of these statements were true. Like, a lot of people do not understand that both Nano's claim like this specific little claim, even though if the rumors were appear to be true, you still are just obfuscating how you acted a little bit, because you're only giving your perspective, not, for instance, Silver's perspective. But but both of the claims could be true here. Like I'm just saying. However, when you have the full context, you can see affection and appreciation. Red show it was in response to Nano's own messages that were purposefully purposefully cut by Nano. Yeah, fully. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but Nano and Red and Sinder and all these in both of these in this situation are equally guilty of their own little fucking shits. Sinder was like, Sinder was like the, let's say, Nano was 50% of the bullshit, Red was 30, and Sinder is 20. Come on. Like, Sinder, you're not guiltless. Next are the 3 screenshots from January 25th presented in her document. As you saw in the Nano section, this was not the beginning of Red's conversation with Nano about their exclusivity deal, but this is where it was chosen to start. The messages have been purposefully manipulated to remove the context, so I've added back what was missing in their messages between these images highlighted with a white border. I've done so for the rest of our document too. I also dated each non-sequential screenshot Nano presented in EST like they are dated in Red screenshots to show when each one happened. The chronology of events was discarded in the document to push its narrative, and I've also labeled the difference in time in these screenshots compared to EST due to the time zone discrepancy I talked about. Note, the first image shown in Nano's document was Red messaging about Colin, edited out of it. Nano having no relationship with Colin would have no reason to do this herself. And this message was included in the screenshots in Bao's document. Nano said, I really don't care about Bao and Colin. Okay, come on, you... Like, seriously, you're saying that he didn't... Okay. You're saying Red did not manipulate multiple times in this little segment. And Cotton hurt one of our friends pretty bad, and I can't really say much more than that since it's not my trauma to get into. Chat, please tell me this doesn't look like what Sinder herself highlighted is not a little bit of a manipulation. Like, it's impossible for that not to be manipulation, and you're now defending him. Are you seriously saying that... Cinder, are you seriously showing to me you're complicit to after what you've now learned now while writing this document that you're complicit to? Because to me it's appearing like she is complicit. Like, it just... There's a reason why Cinder is not talking about this anymore. It's smart. Because God Almighty. Oh. Can I just finish this fucking reading as all of these people are fucking cunts and idiots? Like, do I get a pass for not to just read the rest of this shit in private and then make the video I plan to make on this channel about this whole situation? Or do I fully fucking finish these? Because I'm starting to write court orders and stuff like that. Will I have time to do that? Because at this point, who the fuck gives a shit about the live streams? Like, I have to, I'm sad, but I have to take account of interest of these live streams so that I can raise funds for my trans friend's fucking cancer treatment. Like, I hate that, but I have to fucking consider that. Ugh. I'm so lost at this point. Like, to be fair, I'm more worrying about my friend than the streams, because the sole fact that I returned to this channel, like 80% of it is for my friend, 20% is to, I don't know, fucking revive, like make this channel relevant again. Alright, let's continue. Yeah, I need to do well, I brought this conversation up too late, so Ken, you don't need to make any changes. Are you sure? Yeah, this was here, then after this was this, which was in Nano's doc, then Secret la. Then this, still the chronological order is kind of fucked, but fair enough. We already read these screenshots, so I genuinely don't need to read them again. Like, we've read them 3 separate times. What is presented next in the screenshot over 5 months prior, in August 24th, when Bao was cancelled the first time. Red asked me to cancel on one of her closest friends, Bao, by asking me to cancel work mid-progress. Yeah, this was a lie that wasn't mid-progress. Nano then says that she didn't even start Bao. Nano's document has never shown where Red asked Nano to cancel Bao's model because it didn't happen. Bao's model was cancelled, but he did not ask her to do it. No, he nudged it though. He was nudging heavily. Not in August of 24 or in January 25. Bullshit. He was nudging. Like, just because he wasn't explicitly suggesting it doesn't mean he wasn't implying or nudging or trying his best. He fucking himself admitted that I saw the chance and I fucking took it. Like, isn't that the most blatant admission that you were actually trying to sabotage or not? And now Sinder's trying. Oh, God. The contradictions. In the instance last year shown above Nano's document, she was the one bring up and consider cancelling Bao's model. All Red did was reassure her in 24 that it was okay. Yeah, reassure her. Instead of just saying, no, that's Cinder's friend, please don't do that. It's manipulation. Like, you're very much contributing to her doing it. Like I said, it's the situation where a guy wanted to beat the ever-living shit out of a dude who insulted his mother, and his friend reassures him, yeah, you should do it, he's a cunt, he dissed your mother, that disrespect is something you don't tolerate, and proceeds to, after that fact, beat the ever-living crap out of him. You're still gonna be also fucking punished by law in this little fact, Cinder. I swear to fucking God, these people who cover this shit don't know shit. Like, he has a part to fucking blame. And I'm going through it herself. Yes, after Red reassured her. I don't understand how she thinks this is okay. Plus, a week before it was cancelled, Nano told Red that Bao's model haven't even been started. How could it have been cancelled mid-progress? That I fucking agree with, Cinder. Move on. Even though Nano's doc, I mean, like I said, what else to say? Like, this is a clear fucking, which I agreed when I saw it firsthand. Like, come on. Even though Nano's model was presents Bao's model being cancelled once, and the evidence shown above was August 24th, let's assume that Bao's model was cancelled mid-progress, January 25. Well, in January, Nano told Red the model was on her list, as in on her commissions list, not mid-progress. That could mean anything. Genuinely, that could mean anything. Like, I can't take that solely as a fact. Yeah. Hey. I do not believe Nana would cancel a project if she had any significant amount of work invested into it already. No, she would. Red did not ask her to cancel Bao's model in January either. Nano offered, Red agreed to it. Yeah. What did Red beforehand in the between stages do though, Cinder? You have shown it. There's my VODs here. I don't need to fucking readdress this shit after an hour and a half of me restating this same shit over and over again. Document could only show Bao's model being cancelled in August because it didn't show anything about it in January without implicating Nano herself. The narrative that Nano was a victim would fall apart because she gladly willingly and took a bribe. But that doesn't fucking absolve Red and you, Sinder, for, you know, bribing, you know, putting it in her brain about Silver being your enemy, which heavily contributed to her agreeing to cancel Silver's model and canceled her previous model. Like, I don't care if Nana got cold feet afterwards and retracted her agreement about Silvervale. The fact she agreed firsthand is telling because you heavily were involved in there. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, It's okay, Nano, you need to make any changes. Yeah, what did you say beforehand though, Red? What did you say beforehand, all of this? When you were bitching about Bao and Cotton and Silvervale. And all of a sudden, hey, you don't need to do that. Come on, fuck off, Red. I'm never gonna give Red a benefit of the doubt regarding to these situations. Like, I'm not. Like, I genuinely do not want to be in the vicinity of Red. Like, who knows what he will fucking do to me if he has a perceived slight against me. And ergo by Sinder. Like, seriously. Even though he's doesn't do shit managerial wise, barely does any advisory work now, just a mod basically. He's still in a relationship with her and can influence her. But I'm not saying she should break up with him because that's the relationship. I genuinely don't care about the relationship. Like, I genuinely don't care. I just care that he has a massive influence on her. Because that fucking influence created all of this bullshit. It was upsetting to me that Red contacted me specifically to check on me canceling the model. Here, her document also did not show where Red supposedly contacted now specifically to check on her. Yeah, here we go. Nitpicking a little bit. True, it did not specifically call you upon that. However, he was still always asking. So this is a half-truth a little bit. Check on her canceling the model she had planned with Bao because it doesn't exist. He messaged her to see if she decided to cancel any projects. Yes. Yes. Coincidentally, those any projects were after he bitched about Silvervale and Bao and Cotton. All the time. Coincidentally. Doesn't make sense. And I can imagine how upsetting this all must have been for her, considering that she was the one who brought up canceling Bao's model in the 1st of August. Even telling her that she didn't think she could have finished her model, and in January was the one who offered to cancel Bao's model in exchange for paying her own model's rigging. They mentioned, yeah, now the exclusivity and blacklisting. They mentioned wanting an exclusivity contract, but didn't want to pay for exclusivity. Neither Red and I had a problem of paying now for model exclusivity, which was shown with our video editor. Yeah, fair enough. Who will artist number 2, who will be shown in Silvervale's section. Want to paying extra or more time for our project, narrowing down your client list. Nano said, yeah, however, this wasn't an exclusivity deal, what you wanted for Nano. This was a clique deal. Nano said she wanted a monthly fee. Red explained to her what we were looking for, which led to him talking about the 3 people he did not want to work with. Yeah, coincidentally, he used that chance. Coincidentally, he used that chance to skew the narrative a little bit. Skew the narrative. Skew it, please. Like, like, here's the thing. I do not fault Sinder for doing this a little bit. She has interest to do that. She wants to clap back, alright? Eye for an eye and shit like that. But that doesn't give her or her fans to tell me to not be bothered about this, when I know for a fact it's not exactly how is she presenting as well. Like I said, everyone here is a cunt. A various degree of cunt, bar Cottontail. So far. Numi as well is basically not that. Bao, for what I see, is a he said, she said. So I can't take anything Sinder says about Bao being a prima donna, even though it is believable, as a fact. I just can't. Show me something concrete. Then you will finally see something. For me, at least. Afterwards, Nano offered to cancel Bao's model. Oh yeah, Wisco. I also saw, I don't know if you saw it on the Discord server, but very nice in real life pic about with the other furries. Honestly, I actually love how detailed the fursuits are. However, they must cost as a house, or at least a new car. That exclusivity about new babies will be separate from the deal eventually came to. What they eventually came to, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, so you basically admit that you actually did want to screw some people over. Make a clique deal, specifically. Oof. I love it. I love how some people like to indirectly admit. 5k Canadian. Isn't that like 3k USD? Or something like that? I don't know the exchange rate. Usually what one person told me about how Canadian dollars work, it's like nearly half, a little more, or a little less than half USD, something like that. Like more than a half, always. 60k. Yeah, I know that. I know that. My ex. Oof. Oh boy. Her, like, here's the thing. She was an RAF pilot. All right. She was making bank. Her fursuit was very attractive. Like, I will never not talk about that one ex. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, she fucking fixed my fears, that at least lessened my fears of getting into a relationship. I'm just like, now, how do I say this? I just finished one of my arduous parts of my life, finally finishing uni, and I'm trying to get my feet on the ground in the adult world with a job, even though I'm not getting paid. And please don't. And also, there's a reason why I never fucking put a donation link in here, especially now during this time, because I'm raising funds for my trans friend. Please help my friend. She needs to get 30% by November 1st, then 100% by March for her cancer treatment. So if you have any funds spare that won't put you in financial distress, please donate to my friend. Like, seriously. Something that depends on how strong the dollar was. So yeah, a little bit more than half. Yeah, more than half. So it's like, so Canadian, that I should look at like 2/3, basically. Fair enough. I would rather when a creator from their blacklist comes asking for commissions, they would guarantee me model work for Sinder only. If anyone asked for me commissions, they would commission me instead to compensate for not working for other creators. That felt very strange. Red told Nano if Silvervale asked her for art, okay, and we'd replace that work with our own project. He did not specifically say model work or anything about Sinder only. It must not have felt very strange to Nana at the time, because she herself, it do be fair. Okay, yes, but here's the thing. Accepted the deal, willingly doing this to Shylily for her own gain. Okay, yes, however, Sinder, you proving, I hate to give Nano a half of a win here, but you're proving her right still. This was only in regard to silver, like Red says directly above, and never once did he suggest this apply to anyone else who had asked for a commission. Nana's document just came. Yeah, but there I say singular, a creator. Nah, I'm not going into lawyer semantics. You still be able to work on models or other existing babies, or your arc will be affected. Show when you said this, though. Because I know this was a little bit before, but he's saying this, that, but then flip-flopping. You're also flip-flopping between these people. Come on. Like I said, clique deal. Yet their solution to me was me working with other creators was for them to essentially overwork me to keep me from working on other projects. Okay, this I agree was basically a blatant lie. Like, we all agree this was almost a blatant lie. This was everything we commissioned Nano for the past year. Nano willingly and excitedly accepted and made time for everything listed here. Okay, let's also have to take into consideration that artists have like quasi-Stockholm syndrome with regular clients, specifically VTubers in this case, where they basically they don't want to piss them off because they're regularly giving them money. Alright? We have to add this to consideration, Sinder. However, does not excuse the fact Nana was lying. Like, she found a new piggy bank, which is Shylily. What else can I say? We've always had Nano make my models and outfits with a new starting screen for each of my debuts. We've went to her for any major artwork, gamer subs projects because how important she was to my brand image. And how important they were to her. With the exception of my B-card artwork, specifically because they were they would have overloaded her schedule. She could have always turned us down, even if she wanted to. And if she couldn't take our work at the time, we would have either found another artist or pushed our plans like we always had. Okay, but limiting yourself to one artist is kind of shit. It's not just that, you were all like very, very codependent, unhealthily, Sinder. I just want to add this into consideration. It's like I had to constantly give this critique to remind her and her fans to remind her of that, so that she actually fixes her bullshit. Because guess what? This is how you fix your unhealthy behaviors. You have people who you trust, who care for you, tell you constantly if they even suspect you're slipping, all right? Because this is unhealthy. Genuinely, this is fucking unhealthy. Okay, March 24th, Game of Subs Waifu Cup, April. Every month. This is basically every month. So every month since March, bar July, as September, basically. Have now model bikini outfit and release Gamer Subs. I haven't how touched on screen. I don't need to read all this. For me, I don't care what was it. I want the time frame. That's what I'm interested in. And I see basically every month. I mean, every month though. Like I know she said yes to it, but I'm not an artist, so I can't say. I don't know if this is overloading or not. Like if she was basically just an employee, like solely employed to Sinder, perfectly fine, because she only does one fucking thing. But she has other clients and stuff like that. Yeah, even though you would work around and push your plans every month, though. I don't know. I can't say much if she actually overworked or not. I don't know how much of a schedule for artists is like that. If somebody is an artist, I don't know if you can tell me or not. But the argument that we were overworking with the purpose to keep her from other projects is objectively false. Well, that is true. The only project we kept from was she offered to cancel Bao's model and made a deal with Red in January. And any potential Silver Veil projects she would have been kept from. She never was because she went back to her back on her agreement a week after her model rigging was paid for, and as soon as Silver asked for her artwork, she didn't lose on any work, lose out on working with Nano. Just because, okay. This is still my analogy of the gun misfiring. Just because you missed your shot at someone doesn't exclude the attempt. Alright? You still need to be punished for the attempt. Okay? Like, Sinder, even if Silver did not lose all any artwork, the fact you were trying to gank her is not something people should look away from. Alright? People should not look away, people should side-eye this little statement, how she's still indifferent. like, she still didn't fix her unhealthy hate towards Silver. Like, it's unhealthy. Like, Silver played a massive part in this development, but at the end of the day, Sinder fucking is the one who developed it. She should have fucked off as well. Seriously, Silver should have told her blatantly, fuck off. But who knows if Sinder would have fucked off. That's my main point. Last time she implied feeling overworked was 7 months earlier, September 24, when she cancelled 7 models herself and had no problem doing so when she wanted to lighten her workload. She could have done the same to us, but never did because she was codependent on you just like you were to her. She just wanted to do Cinder stuff. Yeah, because you were all parasocially unhealthily connected. You should not have been this fucking connected. You should have had a fucking normal work-employee relationship. Cordial, a little bit friendly, but cordial more. But still, TLDR, everybody was fucking unprofessional. Nano's document goes from they didn't want to pay for exclusivity, which was untrue. Nano said new model exclusivity. New model exclusivity would be a different deal than what her and Red eventually agreed on, and payment wasn't included. Clique deal, clique deal, clique deal. I'm not moving on from that. Clique deal. Like, new models, that means you can still employ the old clients? That is not exclusivity. That is not a fully fair exclusivity deal. If I usually when we lawyers make an exclusivity deal like that, let's say, past and new clients are told to get to take a hike. Because it's only fair. Fair enough. You finish all of the ones that were paid for, the commissions and stuff like that. You finish those who are already in mids because that's unethical. But after you're done, those past clients cannot fucking employ you again. New ones can't as well. So current, past, whatever the fuck, no. Fuck off. Finish what you already fucking starting. That's it. Specifically if they didn't pay for it. And even if they did, refund. Pay was included in the deal they made. Two, rather than when a career from their blind. By terms of the agreement, she agreed to. If she turned down the commission for Silvervale, we'd replace any income with a project of our own, and she'd otherwise lose by doing so. You're enabling her bad behavior. In this case, because it's approved by somebody who was on your blacklist. Come on. And yet their solution, okay, yeah, that part is a little bit bullshit. Like, I really hate the fact that she still has that hate boner. Like, I'm getting the feeling that the war between her and Silvervale is still ongoing behind the scenes. Like, she didn't fucking fix herself. Like I said, Silvervale should have told her to fuck off blatantly, instead of doing the bullshit she did. But also, Sinder should have fucked off herself when she saw the fact that, yeah, she doesn't like me. Oh, hey, I'm gonna fuck off. She's competition, okay? But still, you're now both trying to sabotage each other now? Like, it's still also the fact who the fuck started the sabotaging. I still can't figure out who the fuck started it. The solution was the deal Red and Nano agreed on wasn't shown in the document. However, how could we have been overworking Nano by replacing Silver's project? We will always accept it anyway. No, begrudgingly. You didn't want to accept that. Does that mean when Silver asked her for artwork and Nano walked back on the deal, Silver was then overworking her? Or only if she turned Silver down and we gave her a replacement project, and then that would have been us overworking her? This conclusion doesn't make sense, and this is a blatant lie about what happened. Strung together make it sound like we were abusing Nano when we weren't. No, you weren't. You weren't. However, you were still fucking doing the other stuff I mentioned. Which she also is conveniently not talking about. Their primary concern is that the more non-Sinder models I make, the less valuable my existing models become. Yes. Okay? I'm just gonna quote apart what Red said in Nano's section. His full reasoning can be found here. To Red, it was a matter of supply and demand, just like a rare trading card. The more nano models made, the more often she would, the less valuable they become for the people who have them. Nano's models are all incredible quality, extremely unique, and highly sought after. They each feel less. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is yeah. I'm not gonna fucking reread this thing. I've already say basically my thoughts about this because I already read this before. This is an unhealthy attachment to your business and brand. It's just unhealthy. Next, following screenshots, because you're effectively justifying screwing people over. Following screenshot is them setting up the blacklist. Because here's the thing, this is why he was screwing over, apart from his petty grudges, Bao, Cunt, and Silver. Sinder as well, in addition, because she agrees with Red. In regards to Silver as well, with Red. And this. She also thought the same thing. Like, it's unhealthy. You admitted this to Sinder, and the power-ups should not fucking try anything regarding this. Like, this is an unhealthy little attachment to your little fucking models. Like, if you think that it's becoming less, hire a new one. Hire a new different artist, and boom. Problem solved. Debuts are the money makers anyway. You have money to do that. Like, Iron Mouse changes models like socks. You have a shit, not Iron Mouse level of money, but shit ton money anyway, Cinder. You could just easily fucking get a new artist and stuff like that at a drop of a hat. Like, seriously. And it's also new art style. Ooh. You know? Why do I have a better business sense than Red? Like, fucking hell. But at the end of the day, it's because they were very, very emotionally attached to Nano, which should not have happened. Yeah, Silvervale. Create new, not to bar. This is basically barring, they're sabotaging fucking Silvervale, basically, something like that. The following screenshot is of Red stating the terms of starting to negotiate on the exclusivity deal, specifying that her existing model clients and her artwork commissions would be unaffected. Click deal. This is not an exclusivity deal then. It's a click deal. It's pimping. Like, basically, still, because Silvervale was her current client. But you're excluding her. Therefore, it is somewhat what Nano was saying, the blacklist. It's still that. How Red justified the terms he started with doesn't matter. Everything matters, Cinder. Everything. Speaking as a lawyer, everything matters. Nano didn't have to agree with him. No, but she did. And partially why she agreed with him was what he talked about to her about Silvervale, your experience, quote unquote. They never spoke about his thoughts process here and still reached... Because they talked about it 23, dumbass. Well, I think the main looking for is to not take any brand new model clients and to not make any new offers for Silvervale again. You'd still... pimp deal. Unethical. There, I'm not gonna fucking repeat myself. Unethical pimp deal. There you go. Like you're confirming at least partially what Nano said. What the... Why am I giving a Nano a half W? Like, why? I don't want to. Oh, fuck my life, dude. The idea that my work as an artist and designer is devalued by working with other people is insane and hurtful. Red Mano ideology should never been shared with Mano unless he actually explained to her what he was talking about. He never forced Nano to agree with him, and both of us could see and understand both sides of the argument, which is why it wasn't brought up since 23 until he went to Nano about exclusivity. Nano didn't push back or question it when Red said yes because she didn't want to piss you off. Ugh. After Red realized it's still like she should have questioned it, or gave pushback. She clearly shown pushback regarding Silvervale, but still. Come on, don't fucking diminish your own little fucking involvements. Come on. After realizing what taking a deal with them would really mean for my vocal and my mental health, I backed out. The way this was written makes them make it seem like Nano never agreed to the deal with Red. True, when she actually did, but it purposely was never shown in the document. Nano said that the deal was fair and gladly accepted it, but specifically called out the screenshots from her document. Red asked her to confirm the detail. I mean, again, we can also chalk it up to Stockholm Syndrome, basically. But still, somewhat agree with Sinder, but I can still, like, say it. Stockholm Syndrome kind of had to play in. Confirm the details of the agreement, which she did. She only backed out a month later after she had already gotten what she wanted, and because Silver approached her for a commission and she couldn't turn her down. Her messages constantly, like seriously, I think this doc will get a little less track if Silvervale shows starts talking while taking actual accountability for her own actions, but also very well writes very well like how Sinder did this doc, and dismisses some of the stuff regarding her. Like, this would kind of hurt Sinder a little bit. Now, since what I read about the Silvervale segment before starting a whole series here, it's extremely gray, and Silver kinda does not have to even respond. Sorry. I had to reply something. Don't worry, this time this wasn't a death threat, it was just something else. It was just something else, thankfully. Alright, let's get back to it. Where was I? Her messages canceling the deal to Red were, again, never shown. Her workload wasn't and would not have been affected at all, other than having less work after canceling Bao's model, which was presented as only happening in her document. We will agree a little bit on that, however, the Silvervale approach here is what I can't agree yet. Or won't, because she should fucking just be blatantly open about the Silvervale stuff if she was truly trying to fix her fucking mentality. Like, she was fucking negatively obsessed with Silver at that point. Like, a lot of people say, oh, she wasn't obsessed. She was. like it was, and Silver was as well, in a negative sense as well. And still, it's chicken and egg. But like I said, like, it's so great, Silver really does not even have to fucking respond. Like, she's not involved with Shylily at all, creating the document. She made her own document independently, basically. Like, Then the screenshot jumped in, ended the conversation an hour later, but cut off right before Nado calls the deal fair. Which was this. Yeah, this is where she was asking for money more. The bribe, basically. This whole little segment is the bribes. Another example of speaking ill of other creators is what I saw. I was working with Shylily, trying once again to make the idea of working with other clients seem like I was setting myself up. Yeah, that's not what happened was implied to Nano by Red in their conversation. At no point did he say anything consider cancel compliance. No, but he was no. This is where I wanted to like. This is a part where Nano, I think, has a edge, is because how Red acted towards her during the when Shylily commissioned the model was exactly the same as how they were acting towards Silvervale when they found out Silvervale was commissioning Nano for a model. Exactly the same almost. So of course this is plausible, even though if he did not fucking do that, the way he was acting, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, you two fucked yourselves over with that. Like, seriously, you fucked yourselves over with that. If you have not been that much with Silvervale, like, you should, like, they should have fucking she should have fucked off as well by her own standards. They also continuously kept asking about my other clients' plans, which have been well over 2 years between Red and Nano. With her willingly sharing them, even about Shylily, which was but here's the thing, both of you are guilty of this, so both of you did shit in this. Moving on. Millie went to slandering Shylily. No, he did not. I agree with Sinder. Yes, no, he did not. He did not slander Lily whatsoever. He only thought that he was thinking about looking her into as competition, and Lily was distancing herself, didn't want ghosting Sinder and stuff like that, which was true. And it's not slander, it's true. Kept trying to bring drama in as reasons. Okay. You wanted Nano wanted drama, but Red was bringing drama as well. Both of these people are guilty. The deal was 3 months earlier, and then in 2 months before this conversation, it only involved 3 people. Nano Red never talked about the exclusivity beyond what happened there, and Nano never said was off the table. Yeah, but beforehand, 23, you basically brought up fucking drama to go exclusive as well. Like, come on, you shut the fuck up. Red wouldn't have had to convince her to go exclusive. Why would he? He fucking gave you all of... Why would he? He gave you all of the background for your drama between Silvervale and his own personal gripes between Cotton and Bao. He did convince her. It's just not a direct convincing, but more subtle. Red, and also Sinder, Red admitted to he was using all of the chances he could. Like, I'm sorry. He played in part in all of that shit. Like, he was using drama, it's just it didn't happen immediately when he was bringing it up. It's festered, sat in her mind, cooked a little bit, stewed a little bit, and then she was more susceptible to that. That's how manipulation actually works. Speaking as a criminal fucking lawyer in court, I've seen manipulation this past almost 2 months now. And actively for 1 month because people were trying to manipulate me and the judge. She was the first one to bring up the possibility of exclusivity. Who cares? It doesn't matter who. It kind of halfway matters, but with all the context, it's not just that. In conversation about Shylily, there was nothing about exclusivity. Nope. Fully agree with you there. That this drama was any kind of reason for her to do so. But she was probably seeing that, but here's the thing, how you were, the way Red was acting and how ergo you were acting. She was probably seeing that it would develop like that, like with Silvervale. I already wrote this in the bullet points. I don't need to fucking also reimburse, but it's not just like that, Sinder. It's just not that simple. Speaking as somebody who's basically doesn't give a shit about any of you at this point. Like, with how people, and like I said, I will fucking voice my uncomfortability or my disagreements if I see them. Like, if I find something that bothers me, how she's acting, how people are acting in the screenshots and stuff like that, I will voice them. It's my fucking right. Whether people will agree with me or not is a different matter. And frankly, I'm too busy with actual court cases to give a shit at this point. The idea that they need to stay informed and gauge the competition is extremely upsetting and toxic to me. Sharing her plans has never bothered Nana in the years working with Red, and for her to flip her opinion on this out of nowhere is unbelievable. Besides willingly sharing what she was doing with Shylily 2 weeks before I was cancelled, she even shared her project plans with Silvervale after cancelling her with Red because of it. Yeah, unprofessional ability, but still. But still, this is fucking... Even though she willingly shared, Red was wanting to gouge the fucking competition. So, Nana wasn't technically wrong. And Red never used the phrase gouge a competition. Yeah, he never used the phrase exactly, but he was still fucking doing it. And Seth is like, we're gonna compete with Lily. Yeah, and gotta stay... Okay, this was a joke, but still gotta stay competitive. Yeah, but no, he was still gauging what Silvervale was wanting and stuff like that. Like, come on, like, even though he never said it, he was doing it, Cinder. Like, this is why I hate people saying me, well, Cinder Red never directly said it. Yeah, but their actions speak otherwise. Actions are a million words. The competition they're referring to are people. I thought they considered friends who always help support in platforms in them. competition referred to in these messages shown was one person, not plural. Red said he thought we'd have to consider Shylily as a competition, how she was treating me at the time of this conversation. Yes, just like how she was Silverale started act at the beginning. I didn't start to view her this way. I wanted to fix what was going on, evident on my message to her April 21st. Yeah, 5 days before the Google Docu was released. Still, how fucking Red acted, and Red acted was exactly the same. No wonder, like, more and more, my speculation that Nano snitched to Lily was because they thought they were seeing Lily as another Silverale, and she already knows in detail how they were toxic. When I pushed back, the immediate response was blaming the other creators, implying that they initiated by trying to work with me. No, Shylily working with Nano was not the catalyst of Red thinking this way, but it was the reason why he talked to Nano about her. Again, this conversation about Shylily, not plural creators, ignoring Silverale, I see. Fair enough. Red said to Nano, like I said, he was exactly the same way to Nano as to Silverale. That felt like they need to be competitive with Shylily and starting to consider a competition. Because of her unwanted actions and change in attitude towards me. She was not treating me like a friend, and working with Nano on a new model was just another top of what I already was experiencing that Red thought was related. Somehow justify their actions. What actions? What action did Red take? No, I think Nano was implying more to Silverale than to Shylily. I think she's not misinterpreting a little bit. But fair enough. Maybe I'm wrong. They imply Lily ignored Sinder when she spent over a minute thanking the raid, which you could see in this clip. Red said Shylily wouldn't acknowledge me by name and ignore my raid. Red clearly states in the message to Nano said Shylily I raided a couple of times, but Nano document only addressed one of them. Okay, this was the clips we already have watched previously in the Shylily segment. Nano included the exact timestamp, 2 times I rated Shylily that Red told her about. Okay, we already. Yeah, I greeted the raiders, didn't say hi to me or thank me. I didn't see it when it happened. But if you were to watch for another 5 minutes, she basically moved on with her stream. You'd see how she then did quickly thank me for the raid. She was able to greet my raiders when the raid first happened. However, that wasn't linked in Nano's document, was the second. Shylily didn't say hi or thank me for the raid, we expect a friend to do or any streamer to do. She said hi to my raiders but didn't thank them either. She goes on to read on one of my chat messages, but this was the second time Shylily off-putting reaction towards my community to her past couple of weeks, with removing herself from collabs I was a part of and ghosting my messages. In the past, Silverale, who Red and I knew had a problem with me, purposely refused to say my name when I raided her, continuously ghosted my messages, and got a model from Nano at suspicious time, among other things, which will be shown in her section. These specific experiences with someone else who we knew didn't like me further led to believe that Shylily was doing so. Yeah, there we go, and that's what Nano was fucking thinking, and that's what led to everything up. Okay, so I was right. Fair enough. I will talk about my raid Shylily again when I go over the things she herself said. Okay, these are the outfits, the Lily model, talking about Lily's model and stuff like that. The drama Nano's talking about in the next screenshots is specific regards to Silverale. Yeah, and then comparing with Silverale and stuff like that. Yeah, these screenshots with Silverale. in regards to Silver after she canceled the exclusivity deal. The only time Nana ever had ever said she didn't want to be involved in drama around Silvervale. She never had a problem with Red gossiping up to her about drama, and no problem talking about the drama about Bao in January, Lily in April. The baseless claims being referred to was me telling Nana that we were still people were still comparing us to this day, which was true and had affected me for years. Okay, but it should not get to you. Do you know how many people are comparing others to Nyanners and Iron Mouse? And a lot of them, it sucks, but it's not getting to them. Like, Shylily was being compared to Vebe. Vebe threw a hissy fit, and Vebe said, yeah, even herself, what she did to at the beginning of Shylily was, yeah, my behavior was actually kind of shit. And I'm not proud of that. Like, Vebe, who is guilty of this, admits that this fucking little, that you should not be truly affected by this, and you should not give a shit and do your own thing. Like, seriously. Just do your own thing and people will, like, people are trolls and people will always find, if you're, most people just can't let things go. You should. Like, seriously, like, being compared sucks balls. I am gonna be fully honest with you, it sucks fucking balls. But some people do it deliberately because they know a lot of VTubers are kind of fucking babies in this regard. And honestly, they should not get at all. Should not at all be heard about this, because 90% of the time it's just trolls. They're fucking with you. Like, they're fucking with you. They're not gonna watch you, actually, nor they care about you. They just want to they just see a big VTuber that they want to piss off. Like, you've been a content creator longer than I have. You should know by this by now. You've been on the internet long enough to know that most of those people are just fucking trolls. And trolls' opinions are not valid. They're fucking idiots. Speaking as a former troll. Remember, I'm from the Balkans. I'm from Serbia. Trolling is in my blood. Like, rage baiting is a national sport in the Balkans. What trolling is by now, yeah. Like, and at the end of the day, yeah, like I said, it sucks. But who cares at the end? They're gonna tell you that once, then fuck off to another VTuber, another creator, stuff like that. And also, block and mute is a thing. But also, if you're too tired to constantly be blocking people, just ignore. Like, do you know how easy it is to ignore? You just swipe up and scroll up. Like, seriously. Like, I know I'm speaking from the normie perspective, but at the same time, like, sometimes normie perspectives is the truth. Like, come on. You don't like her, she does not like you. And why are you constantly thinking about someone you don't like? And like I said, she had an unhealthy obsession, which she admits. Actually, no, she admits at the start, but then she did later on this breakdown. I wasn't obsessed with Silvervale. Bullshit. I love the fact the Pyropuffs are also. I've seen firsthand how they switched up the more they started to read down the doc. Like how she was a little bit obsessed, yes, and now they're like, no, she wasn't obsessed at all. Like, fuck off. Like, fuck off. Silvervale was obsessed with her. She was obsessed with her. Sinder was obsessed with Silvervale. Like, both were negatively obsessed with each other. Cinder has insecurity issues, stuff like that. Like I said, This chick needs therapy. Everyone needs fucking therapy in this case, and they should not be on the fucking internet. Like again, at 5 months maybe will be long, but still not good enough. Please fucking go to therapy. Still go to therapy, Sinder. Even if you're going to the gym, which I'm gonna start fucking working out in my room as well. I'm probably gonna go to the gym as well now. I'm starting weight cutting because I want to get in shape for in 3 months to start jujitsu. I'm getting my 3rd black belt, baby. I agree that I was guilt tripping Nano with this message. Yes, I was upset she went back on this deal because because it was the last resort. Yeah, bribing could have ended one of the biggest direct comparisons people drew about me and Silver when she eventually got a new model from someone else. The outcome of this conversation and Nano's decision didn't change because of it, and we reached a mutual understanding. Again, unhealthy. It's unhealthy. These screenshots below were taken 2 months before the conversation we read about Shylily in February 25. When she told me about her canceling her agreement with Red. Okay, it's this. We already read this. Her message is, yeah, and then this is the ad. Go. Her message is canceling the deal with Red the day before she messaged me about it were never shown in her document. Oh yeah, this it's about the exclusivity thing, and this is where she was going back on Silver but still fucking over Bao and Connor. Justifying their behavior by stating that they were simply looking out for me. Once again, where in the message of either of us state that we are simply looking after you, Nano? I justify my behavior. I'm going 50-50 over this. Both of you are saying some bullshit. You were saying, at the end of the day, we just want what's best for you, Nano. That's what they were saying a little bit. Not simply looking after me. I don't like how she's literally trying to saying, but we didn't say this ad verbatim. I justify my behavior with how I felt towards Silver because of her actions and her community towards me. When Nana came to me about how she felt and didn't want to be involved in drama around Silver, I was okay with it. No, you weren't, because you were guilt tripping her, and it didn't hold against her. She didn't need to agree to the terms of the exclusivity deal if she didn't agree with Silvervale being included, but she did. True? True. True. That still doesn't justify your behavior. I'm still constantly getting the feel that she's trying to justify herself, even though she said she wouldn't. Like, I'm constantly feeling that she is trying to justify herself. And manipulating me into being grateful for earning well thanks to them despite the loss. Nana was not manipulated to say what she said to me. There was no loss of work with Nana or with Silvervale. Yes, but you were trying to do that. Again, my gun analogy. Just because the bullet missed, it doesn't mean the attempt didn't happen. And should not be properly fucking punished for that. Or any other clients due to Red's actions. The reason why she ultimately went back on the deal was because Silver approached her about the commission and Nana couldn't turn it down. Another example of going after clients, here's the thing. Nobody was saying that the Silver's commission was actually kind of cancelled. Everybody was saying you were trying to screw her over. That's the main issue. Like, she's kind of dodging the main issue here a little bit. Another example of going after clients of mine from before, claiming that having more clients alongside makes my work less special. Neither of us have gone after clients of hers, unless you count Red and Nano's negotiations about exclusivity. True, but that's Red, not Sinder. True. But still, partially it's Red. So, yeah, let's say I agree with Sinder a little bit. Here's what Red said about Nano's work being less special in November 23, which was referred to in the screenshots in my DMs, shown in Nano's document below. This is what he said, and there was no conversation further about it. It still happened, and it was in her mind constantly, which is kind of proving my point. It was the only time it was brought up. Like I said, like here's the thing, it completely fucking influenced her a little bit. Like it was still like guilt tripping and stuff like that. It influenced her to actually like think about that little exclusivity deal as well. Sorry, I'm cleaning up a large toothpick I used to prime my miniatures. Like, it still influenced her. You can't say it didn't. It did. We have to take it into consideration because it did happen. And like I said, and I'm working with humans constantly. Like, I know a little bit about human psychology. Now that I'm not an expert, but I know humans. What you say to someone always will, if it's something serious or profound, it will stick in their heads. And it will stay in their heads for a long time, the more it simmers and stuff like that. Especially if you continuously talk about similar topics and shit like that, like Silverveil, like models and stuff like that. She always was reminded of it. And I'm spitballing a little bit here, but that's how human minds work. That's how you influence also someone. Because remember, for me to learn about manipulation, to know, to either as a prosecutor show it, or as a attorney defend against it, say no it isn't, and the judge to further determine whether it is or isn't with the help of an actual expert. But it has a lot of people's words have profound impacts. Like, for instance, look at comparisons with Sinder and Silver, how it impacted her behavior towards screwing over Silverveil regarding nanomodels. Even though it's probably not a continuous thing, it was still in her head. Why? Because it had an impact. It stayed there in her head. It simmered. It cooked a little bit. And it stuck in the mind. And afterwards, whenever she was thinking about commissions and silver and stuff like that, she would think about, guess what? The fucking comparisons a little bit. Apart from the other stuff regarding Silverveil. So my point still fucking stands a little bit. It's still festered in Nano, in this case Nano's mind. And it did eventually influence her. Just like how all the comparisons, other stuff influenced Sinder and Red to screw over Silverveil regarding nanomodels. Am I making sense? We cannot say that it wasn't like, it didn't happen, that it wasn't influencing her whatsoever. Nobody should say they didn't at all influence Nano's decision, nor Sinder, nor everybody on Sinder's side when they cover this little fucking dog. Nor we should say it fully influenced Nano to commit, to do whatever she did. Because it was still at the end Nano's choice. She has shown that she could say no. At the end of the day, there's no perfect victim here. And people should not treat Sinder as a perfect victim like a lot of the simps are. She returned. Hurrah. But is she improving as a person though? Because guess what? She is not going to show it on stream. She's not. So how can you vouch that she is improving? I have to take her word on it. Sure, she got a dog, okay? A dog won't fix you fully. Like I said, I want Sinder to openly show progress of her fixing her little fucking behavior. And what I want to see is her and Silvervale finally having a room to talk. I'm heavily suggesting that Sinder Silver with a third unrelated party, unconnected to either of them, acting as a mediator, and just having the talk that everybody needed. And the third person is there basically to just call the bullshit if they're trying to do, and to prevent an argument. And at the end of the day, the best thing is for them to just telling them, don't talk about me, don't even try to do anything about me, I won't do to you. We're telling each other to fuck off, basically, and that's it. And publicly they would say, we are not on good terms, but we talked, we settled the differences, we're not gonna talk to each other, we won't do anything to each other, and that's about it. But first, in my opinion, that's when, if Silvervale actually ever releases her own side of the story. I don't know what happened, but I forgive you because you have bouncers. I'll random Sinder message on Twitter. Ugh. Yeah, I remember that. It was quite hilarious. Yeah, as explained before, the dishonest framing is just business by Nano's document was intentional. Yeah, but still, you really were fucking trying to focus your business. And also, like, suggesting everything to be a collab on stream instead of having a private one-on-one gaming session to show, hey, I think I want to be actual friends. Come on. Also making cupcakes. Oh, nice, you're making cupcakes. Fancy. Be sure to share them on the Discord. Manipulating me into believing that working with her is special for multiple reasons. Yeah, guilt tripping, of course. I agree that me saying, but if you prefer to work for other clients instead of me, was guilt tripping her. I regret how I phrased this, but I already accepted her decision and, by my use of it's just business. Like Red has said the day before. Just that. Thank you, I will look it up later. Just like Red said the day before, neither me or Red tried to change Nana's opinion of her or her decision. She was not manipulated to change her position. She wanted, and we both were. That was, you know, when this happened. You're talking about this. What was the before? What about before this? Like, I hate being a lawyer. I can see the fucking details. Pardon me, not just a lawyer, a criminal lawyer right now. Like this is fucking pattern recognition. Yeah, like, to me, it's just, we tried to fucking skew her and make her, over the course of 2 years, to not take Silvervale and stuff like that. But at the same, but she said that, and she agreed, but then backtracked, so we kind of accepted that it was a lost cause. Like, but it doesn't change the, but still, like, we still doesn't change the fact this other shit. Like, come on. Oh, God. Why is she appearing to fucking hand wave or diminish her own little bullshits? People saying she was a little paranoid. My little fucking ass. I've thought that I wouldn't be a nano-only VTuber anymore because of her not having a lot of time with my projects to keep up with my model cadence. I thought I had to find another model artist, which I reminiscent on my first model with her. I told I felt special to only have her model my outfits. Let me Girl, you were fucking unhealthily parasocially connected to her. Fucking hell. Why aren't you saying I was saying this? That's taking accountability. You're trying to justify your unhealthy behavior. Oh, I'm seeing that she hasn't changed in 5 months, or at least tried to. Oh. I have a feeling she's gonna be in another drama in a year or two down the line. Oh. Why am I feeling this? Why are you making me feel like this? I want to be wrong about this, by the way. No acknowledgement of my reasoning and need working with other clients. Solely focused on their issues. I mean, why wouldn't they be focused on their issues? Why would they care? Even if it's their friend, it's their business first. Like, especially with Fred being the manager, it kind of makes sense. Like, it's kind of like, to be fair, again, they were unhealthily attached to their business. Level pie, failing vanilla icing. I don't know what the fuck pumpkin spice is, but nice. Nice. Thank you for posting pics on Discord. Hear what was said about Nano to Nano, both my and Red's DMs during this situation. November 25th, 23. Red and I understood Nana's position and agreed with her. We didn't force her into anything. Yeah, and you are still sucking up to her and quasi guilt tripping. Come on, I remember. I already saw the fucking part here. I vividly remember because of the emote. I should do it when I agree, or free artist. That sounds amazing. There was a Discord. Oh, I'm gonna link it to you. Hold up. The cupcakes look nice. I like the holes in there. Copy. Eventi matter. Oh yeah, there's the Discord. And like I said, to know people here, I'm raising funds for my friend's cancer treatments. Please help my friend. She's not having a good time with her cancer. We didn't force her to any and forced her into a thing away to her own detriment. Nano, you're freelance artist and Silver is a long time climate, so it makes sense only working for her. I understand the logistics of it, and at the day you do what needs to do best. Yes, and beforehand you were bitching about Silvervale. Like, come on, fuck off. Like, I'm not gonna fucking relent on that. It's not the full story. We never went to fear making or forcing work or not work on especially something you want to do or not. In our conversation the other day wasn't meant to convince you. Only doing Sinder work. Why didn't bring it up? I said multiple times. Why did you bring it up then in the first place? There's no personal reason I would never do something to you anyway. It's my part of my job to work in different projects and people. I have never said anything and won't work with anyone. I've told Red that even though I have other works, we'll always have a priority spot. You in a priority spot whenever. I think it's also important you work on other projects. I mean, of course you would say that. What are you gonna do? Say the opposite, what you really wanted, and probably make Nana lean more to Silver's side. Of course you would say this. It makes sense. Let Like, come on, Cinder and Red, be honest. Like, doesn't take brain cells to fucking know this. I like to the screenshot many occasions indicated Red speaks on Cinder's behalf. I was originally concerned. I have been going through. Yeah, that's. Red that man, I believe 100% on Cinder's feelings or wants. I messaged her about to make sure. We're gonna end also soon because I have to fucking wash my hair. Да, użyło sam. Završavam, brzo ću. Brzo ću. Yes, Red spoke to me all the time, lots of different people, because that's been his job as my manager, and I trusted him. But Red also spoke for himself and for the brand. No, we didn't always agree on our feelings or wants. There's been many times that he wanted to walk things back because I disagreed, or we had to compromise on decisions. To assume that every single instance for forever we were 100% in agreement with things is crazy. And there was a total of 2 times Nana ever messaged me about her conversations with Red, this situation for 23, and exclusivity deal 25. Like I pointed out when talking about this just business Nano section, Nano's document presents my conversation with Nano from this situation before any of the context of Red's conversations with her that happened the day earlier, deceptively masking the context of my use of the phrase. Unless you were paying attention to the dates in the message in the document, you never know the timeline of events. True. But still, it doesn't make it's still like an unhealthy fucking little bit of an obsession with your little stupid fucking business at the end of the day. Your business is important. It's how you make a living. However, it shouldn't be your sole focus in life. I said I was talking about. It was this was I thought in canceling models because then I just realized it's not fair of me. I understand what it means. At the end of the day, it's just business. Of course, we love working with you and we want to keep working forever. But if you prefer work all the clients instead of me, this was guilt tripping. Like fucking hell, like it is kind of guilt trippy. Like seriously, rereading this stupid fucking screenshot again. My phone is something while immediately doubling down the fact that me working with someone makes my work that special. In the full context of a conversation from the screenshots below, Red never said anything about Nano being exclusive to us, or ever told that only worked for Cinder related things. He never said every design was a Cinder clone, because his reasoning wasn't about other models being Cinder clones. The messages in this screenshot happened on November 23, over a year before the exclusivity deal. But Nano didn't Nano's document doesn't point that out. True, but spite. Also, spite. Here's everything Red told about. Took him as asking her to not work with anyone else. He was confused in his message because he never asked her to do this, or was somehow making her do this. Oh, come on. You were trying to get her to do that. Red said he was gonna take the chance to screw over people he and Cinder didn't like. I mean, it just sucks every once in a while. It's so good. Not to skirt any world because I'm over the top line. There's another way. It feels less special to be one, if that makes sense. Red's full thought process behind how being less special and no longer unique was explained in her section, but he doesn't explain his point of view to her. This was not a black and white issue, and Red and I could understand both sides of it, ultimately sympathizing and agree with Nano's perspective. So it's about working with Cinder, my friend. So it's unfair to stop on the roads. Okay, again, this. Both mine and Red's use of it's just business or similar phrases were dishonestly misinterpreted and twisted to fit the idea that was somehow justify sabotaging others. Like I explained before, the phrase was used to accept Nano's decision 23, regardless of our feelings on the decision. If you were to actually read the screenshots that represented Nano right below this, you will understand there's no way Red using the phrase business is business to try to sabotage anyone. If you only look at my messages without context Reddit conversation with Nano happening the day before, then it looks like I'm saying it's just business about Nano canceling models. That is not what I meant. I spoke to Red about this conversation with Nano before hearing about her. Hearing from her, and my use of just business was in reference to what he said, presented out of order, out of context. And if you're someone, yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, when I look back in a little bit of the timeline a little bit, it really did not make sense. Seeing my messages now, I get the wrong idea. However, it doesn't fact that that little accusation stuck because of your unhealthy obsession with your business. You weren't helping yourself. Yeah, this is the lists, the screen, the model lists, and her trying to update, cancel some stuff. Damage control, make sure. Make sure this each other VTubers all kept hush while also providing proof. They know what they're doing is ill-minded, and blah blah blah. The example shown screenshots was after Now canceled Silvale's model. Red did not ask her to, make her do it, or target it in any way. Oh bullshit, he was trying to skew that attention. Remember, Nana was looking at Silvale as Cinder's enemy. Adverbatum. Obviously, he wouldn't want Nana to tell Silver that it was my fault, because it wasn't, or the fact they were talking about her at all. The only other time Red asked Nana to keep between another VTuber was they were making their exclusivity deal. Only to keep what's said from being other from the other video, but not to only, but to keep what he said and did against Bao for me too. Little fucking bitch. Note the uncalled shot at Silvale is even spoilered. I hidden message in the Discord, it wouldn't be accidentally. Pointing out the claiming a message was hidden so it wouldn't accidentally leak, as the reason doesn't make sense. Red fully trusted Nana to keep things in private between them, not just this one censored message. Who else would that one message Nana's DMs that was immediately buried be accidentally leaked to if it wasn't spoiled? Nana leaked that exact message here and hiding it. Stop. Okay, fair enough, but you're still like, like I don't like still. The concept session with Silvervale, yeah, I remember this. There were a total 3 major instances where Silver came up in red messages with Nana, 2 which were in 23, one in January 25, and the aftermath of those cases were the only times Nana and I talked about them. You've still shown that you were constantly thinking about her 24/7, basically. My experience is explained in our section in this document. Claiming, asking for calls this unspoken competition is coming from absolutely other sources than Sinder herself. No other sources than Red. These are Red's words. He did not say she was asking for to sympathize with Silver's perspective. And sympathize, so say, this is the exact screenshot was shown next to Nana's document. I did view Silver as competition, but not until 24, which will be shown in our section. Yes, you were fangirling before for trying to basically, you failed at making a good first impression. You were constantly wanting to do collabs instead of going in a private talk with her, and then you started to do whatever you did. Also, like, oh fuck off! Now you're in 23. You also did not want to make her a new model. No, this is a lie. She did think of her as competition even before a little bit than 24. Oh, fuck off. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it here because my brother visited. Alright? So, yeah. It's a short stream. I'm sorry. I can't fix that. But I have visitors now. And my brother is important. Please do help my friend for her cancer. I'll see you all tomorrow. Same time. Probably it will be a little longer. Maybe 3.5 hours long. But yeah, like, that's about it. Like, we're gonna stop here with, where was it? 100. Okay, page 60 was zoomed in at 110%. Screenshot of 19th of July 23, and this little screenshot right here. Alright, I'll see you all tomorrow, unless it's changed, and you will be all notified in the Discord. And if you have donated to my friend, thank you.